Yeah, there's code P1443. I'm talking about my Ranger. EVAP, emissions control system, control valve. Yeah, going back to trying to fix things that you don't know what you're doing. So I got the P1443. It says very small or no purge flow condition. Well, what the heck does that mean? So that says go to HW7. Again, this is Mitchell. So click that. Now, here's the problem, is that you get to this page and it's just not clear. It's got a lot of abbreviations. So, you know, like everything you learn, you have to figure out what these abbreviations are. A lot of them will say like, anyway, you got to figure out what they are. But so I'm going to click, well, it said flow, so let's just see what comes up. So what we have going here is, I've looked at this, but you got your fuel tank, and there's emissions going into this canister. So you know how that modern cars, they got that boot on the at the gas station when you fill up. So the vapors get stuck in here. They go into this canister. And here is the purge valve. So from the purge valve, it'll either open or close. If it opens, it'll go through to the sensor. This sensor will monitor if this is working or not. And then it lets, when you stop your car, the vapor is going to here. When you start your car, this thing is supposed to open. This senses if it's working or not, and it goes back into your engine intake. So we'll go back, and then this is getting reading. This is reading. They're showing this. The PCM is setting a signal to, and then it's probably giving feedback. What I don't like about this is it's not showing where these wires go. Then we go back, we'll go to the next one. That really doesn't mean anything to me. So here is the evaporator canister purge solenoid. Notice there's two wires here. I'll get back to that. And then we have this, which is the purge flow sensor, which I was talking about. Now, what's confusing, I don't know if I said this in other videos, it's saying what the pin numbers are to the PCM. But I just want to point out there's 1, 2, 3 wires. Go back. So one had 2 wires, one had 3 wires. Go back to this. So this is the 2 wire. This is the 3 wire. Go back. Again, this is all about fixing things. It's all about information. So then it goes through a bunch of scenarios. What really bothers me about this is disconnect canister purge, and they're calling it the CANP. And then then solenoid, which is is the 2 wire, or the vapor management valve, whatever the heck that is. See, then you have to look that up. But so anyway, it goes through these list of things in this program. It all makes sense, but they keep changing the abbreviations, which makes it very confusing. Let's go to the bottom and see what we got here. So let's just go back to, I think this is where I was. So here I pulled these pieces off the car. So this, if you can see in there, the point I'm making is it's not, when you open your hood, even though you, through these programs you can figure out where they are, it's not really clear. But this is the 3-wire, so this is the sensor. And this is the 2. This is the purge valve. And it goes something like this. And this goes into the canister. Remember, the vapor is coming from here. Anyway, I hooked up 12 volts to this, you know, power and ground, and blew through this thing. This is not opening. It clicks, but it's not opening, or else it's all plugged up. So anyway, I think this is the problem. Anyway, I'm just trying to explain how I do stuff. Now if we go, now I have a picture here of the same thing, but if I go over to here, again, I got this book, so I'm using it. I'm not going to buy any more, but, so let's see. So here are these two, well, the purge flow sensor and the, again, they use these adjectives or whatever you call it, but it's the EVAP canister purge. So you can see it clearly. This is 2 wires. This is 3 wires. But if you look at it, it's starting at the PCM, going through the sensor, ground. So if you look at this thing, one of those wires is ground, and then the other one is going back to the powertrain control module. So again, me not knowing what I'm doing, is the powertrain control module the same as the PCM? No, this is the PCM power relay. It's all very confusing. But anyway, I think this is the problem, because common sense says it says it's supposed to open, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna blow through it. There's nothing. Either way, and if I put voltage to it, nothing. This is got to be the problem. It also had me thinking, if you go, I don't know if I posted my gas tank video, but I went to the gas station and I went to put gas in, and and I put the nozzle in, and you know when your tank is full, it keeps clicking, click, 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 and it won't take any gas. Then I stuck an air hose down the tank and blew. So what I think I did is the canister's over here. I think I blew the vapors out of the tank, and then I was able to fill it up. But the point I'm making is, if the vapors are locked in, and I go to fill up my tank, there's nowhere for the air to purge out. I can't fill up my tank. So again, this video really is just about fixing things. And again, we're in Mitchell here, but what's bugging me is here I can just look into the book, but here, so I can't see the electrical diagram. So let's see if there's a wiring diagram. Yeah, here, wiring diagram. So you get 2 choices. You got system or using Mitchell. if I go system, I mean, why can't I just search it? Computer data lines, let's just try one of these. What I don't like about this, you can't blow it up. Well, I guess you can here. But that just isn't that great. Now I'm going to switch over to all data. So we're going to go back to the P1443. See, how do I get there? See, the electrical diagrams is turned off. But I guess the whole point I'm making, you gotta find information and see, how did I get, so I'm not even sure how I got here. So canister, purge control valve, components, procedures, testing. This just isn't that great. I mean, here's a picture of the purge valve. There's no wiring and there's no link to the wiring. So I mean, it's all in here somewhere, but you really got to get a handle on what is what. So that leads me to, I'm tired of buying the books. These online programs aren't that great, in my opinion. I'm going to pick up one of these Snap-on Veris Edge scanners. Now, you can see the prices. They're $26, $3,000. Here's one that's on bidding. $3,000, blah, blah, blah. So I found one I got one for $1,500. My thinking is, I can try it out. If I don't like it, send it back. I mean, just resell it. If you can buy it cheap enough, you can use it and resell it. So in upcoming videos, I'm gonna plug it into my car. Again, it's an old car, but I want to see what is in. I think all this information is in here. But if you're thinking about buying a scanner, which who has the money? I just happen. Luckily, I do. You got to really look into everything, even buying a tool. Like there's the Snap-on Veris Edge, there's the Snap-on Veris Pro, and blah blah blah. But anyway, here's one for $9.80. But in the future videos, I'm going to plug it in. We're going to try it out. We're going to see if all the information that I got up in here is inside here, especially component testing. That's what I want.